To all the souls seeking silence in the night, this is Silent Night Narrator. Tonight, as the world drifts into slumber and the rain taps gently on your window, let this true tale guide you into a darker realm, where the line between what is and what might be becomes unclear. Breathe in, relax, but don't close your eyes too quickly. For sometimes, true fear whispers right at the edge of your dreams. The midnight ride. The streetlights flickered, casting faint reflections on the rain drops trailing down the windshield. Lynn rubbed her temples, trying to ease the dull ache from a long day of studying and an even longer night behind the wheel. Her phone buzzed. One final ride request. She hesitated, but tuition bills don't wait. The pickup address led her to an old, silent neighborhood, a row of darkened houses swallowed by shadows. As she pulled up, a tall, thin figure appeared out of nowhere at the curb. Wearing a dark trench coat, he moved slowly, quietly, opening the back door and sliding in. The air inside the car grew tense, heavy and still. Lynn, usually quick to greet and chat, felt an odd pressure in her chest, telling her to stay quiet. There was something about this man, a stillness too deep to be normal, that made her uneasy. The car rolled down empty streets, rain whispering against the windows. The inside of the car felt colder than it should, and beneath the scent of damp upholstery, Lynn caught a faint smell, old paper and forgotten dust. "You're a careful driver," the man finally spoke. His voice was low and coarse, like it hadn't been used in a very long time. "But not all scars are visible, are they?" Lynn's heart skipped. She swallowed and replied evenly, "Everyone carries scars, sir." The man gave a dry, brittle laugh, like dead leaves being crushed underfoot. "True, but some scars run deeper, not in the flesh, but in the soul. They linger. They weigh us down in ways we don't even realize." A chill ran down her spine. He wasn't making conversation. He was speaking about something intimate, something personal. "What are you trying to say?" she asked, her voice now slightly shaking. "I'm a collector," he said, turning his face toward her. In the rearview mirror, Lynn caught his eyes. Not brown or black, but a dull, foggy gray that caught the light in a disturbing way. "I collect burdens, secrets, confessions buried so deep, even the guilty forget they ever made them." Terror surged in Lynn's chest. How could he know? How could he know about the accident, the one secret she had buried so long ago to protect herself? "Each secret is a chain," he continued, voice now strangely inviting. "And yours, Lynn, is a heavy one. Let me take it. Give me your secret, and I'll give you peace. Freedom from the weight. You'll never have to worry again. You won't even remember it." Images of that night came rushing back. The crash, the guilt, the silence. She had longed to be free of it. The car began to hum strangely beneath her. Outside, the city lights blurred, swirling like watercolor in the rain. A powerful urge pulled at her to say yes. "I'll never have to be afraid again," Lynn whispered, barely audible. The man smiled, revealing teeth far too long and sharp. "Never, but in return, you must forget the price, forget the burden, forget it ever existed." Suddenly, a sharp clarity pierced through her mind. Forgetting isn't freedom. Forgetting is losing a piece of yourself. The pain, the memory, they were hers. They shaped her. "No!" she shouted, her voice echoing in the confined space. "I won't give it to you. The pain is mine. The memory is mine." The man's smile vanished. His gray eyes flared with a cold fire. Lynn felt an invisible force press against her skull. He was trying to take the memory, to rip it away by force. She clenched her jaw and gripped the steering wheel. She didn't know what else to do, but she knew one thing. She couldn't let him win. Slamming her foot on the gas, the car surged forward. She turned off the original route and headed toward the bright heart of the city. Neon signs, billboards, noise, light. The man recoiled, his calm demeanor unraveling into fury. The headlights of passing cars seemed to burn his skin. "You may keep it for now, Lynn," he growled. "But secrets always find their way home. And I will always be waiting." She slammed the brakes at a crowded intersection. And just like that, he was gone, vanished into the air, leaving only a cold mist and a faint smell, like forgotten things. Lynn sat frozen, hands trembling on the wheel. She had survived, but she knew she would never be the same. From that night on, Lynn kept driving her late-night shifts, but she was no longer the same naive girl. Every late ride came with a new kind of fear and a quiet strength. She had chosen to remember her truth, to face her past, not hand it over. And somewhere out there, in the shadows between the roads, he still waits because, as he said, secrets always find their way back, and he is always waiting. Sleep well tonight. And if you hear footsteps next door, just remember, it's only the rain. But if, when the story ends, you still hear it falling, know this: